Okay guys, this situation, you know, I like to think it's something I would never do, but sometimes somebody transitions, gets you in mount, whatever, you end up with an arm around the waist, okay? It happens way more transitionally with one arm, and then in like MMA, when there's strikes involved, people grabbing around the waist and burying that head, right? And there's some escape options, like this is not a place that you can stay, right? But when you grab around the waist like this, it's bad. I set up mounted guillotines from here, but today we're looking at the arm bar, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trap the arm and push the face here, okay? And that allows me to break, okay? That's kind of an exaggerated version of what we're doing, but right, so he's here, right? I'm coming in and I'm bringing that hip forward here. Now, so I've got control of this arm, right? So a lot of times people start, you know, trying to press, create space, come over frame, grab whatever, right? So what we're gonna do is step here, okay? And then from here, I'm gonna go with the hand here by his hip and just a belly down arm bar, boom, right? I can fall back for this, arm next to the hip, like a lot of arm bars that I learned coming up with this style right here, right? Now, this is like, can be used as a counter when he's pushing you off, right? But here, just right here by his hip, I'm not worried about him kicking this arm out or anything like that. If you move, go ahead and move your hip or something, Colby. Right, yeah, you're done. Like, I'm not gonna hang out here. You know, like I post and you're done, right? There are other options where I can fall over and tap you here, okay? Or transition to a normal plot. So, you know, it may be one arm you notice or the other, it may be both, right? If it's here, great, right? I'm gonna trap that arm, step over, post, here. Boom. And that is a real simple arm bar, so belly down where you can fall back on it. Okay, so going over a belly down mounted arm bar, and it's gonna be just a simple entry off of a common thing people do, right? You're either gonna do some variation of a hip escape, or you're gonna do some variation of the UPA or the bridge and roll, right? Some people call the hip escape, the shrimp, the knee elbow, the elbow escape. You're gonna hear it called all that, right? So that's, you know, kind of, they're hipping out or they're rolling over, right? Just to keep things real simple here, okay? So with this, when he is connecting here, okay, he's trying to push me to this back corner, I'm posting this hand here. A lot of times I'm trying to hook the head or go under the head before this, you know, occurs, but I was late, right? So this is also just like an arm bar we show after we double ankle sweep somebody. We're just gonna grab the thumb, slide up here, okay? So simple and easy. He hip escapes, connects, boom, and I'm right there. Okay, look, I wanna bring my hips forward as I come over, okay? So, another little small detail is as he pushes me back and I post, that post allows me when I connect with the grip on his thumb to slide that knee forward a little bit, right? And that prevents it from getting stuck under his hip, which is a common question people have with this, okay? So that shin could be just on the back of his neck. I don't have to step over or anything like that. Here, easy finish, okay? A little simple belly down arm bar from the mount. Okay, so there are all sorts of ways that you could hip escape out of somebody's mount. You could connect with one hand here or both in the center, right? A lot of times people will do a frame like here, right? That's fine, right? I teach that as well, right? And then two, you'll even see this, okay? So this is for, you know, kind of later phase. I wish there was a couple other things I could have been able to do, but he had a good mount escape and understand some of the same things we teach here and, you know, essentially push me off, right? This might also just be like you're going against a gorilla, 300 pounds, and they pushed you off kind of with the bench press to the side. But this also can work in that context, okay? Anytime I'm falling off on this plane or behind, I'm doing this type of arm bar, okay? So he pushes to this back corner, we'll say, I post the hand, I'm coming here, and I'm stepping over. I'm sitting on the mat, okay? So with this, it becomes, It looks like, oh yeah, you go for an omoplata, but I don't need to, okay? Right there, we're done. So like, a lot of times early on I would be going for, the sort of preceding arm bar that I show off of this is just getting here, and oh no, I'm falling over, because it's a bigger opponent or something like that, right? Doesn't matter, there's my finish, right? I don't even need to pull that out, okay? So, this style of armbar is in the Gracie Master text, and Helio Gracie calls it the Bellydown Armbar, right? It's just like a hybrid armbar. It's very interesting, but it's later phase. Like, hey, you didn't do all the stuff that we wanted you to do. Kind of got pushed off, in fact, right? So push this back corner here. I'm posting. Boom. We're done, right? It's an armbar. Like he couldn't rotate his arm for me to do an omoplata without tapping. Okay, so connect on that arm when he's pushing you off. You post, help that leg come over with that post, and we're done. Okay, so we're going over a counter to a high mount escape, right? And not high mount in the sense like I've got a technical mount with a knee up or something like that. Just, he pushes me here, pushes me up even a little further, starts bringing his hands into my armpits, and then switches them with his feet. Okay, so with the feet in the armpit, a lot of times I see people doing just super weird stuff. Sometimes I've been the guy that taught the weird stuff, okay, but I saw it from someone else, right? This is in a lot of people's curriculum. It's in the Gracie Master text. Go more bottoms of your feet in my armpit, right? If you will think about this, like you see you got some bend in your knees, just straighten one leg. Yes. See, now go out the back door like a rear roll, right? Just take your face that way. Come back. Take your face that way, right? Like other way, under and away. Oh, yes! And you got my back. Right? Exactly. So I was just telling him before we started doing this, Hicks and Gracie's the only person I've ever seen teach it that way. Everybody's like crossing the feet in front and doing all this stuff that like breaks your spine. His spine's already broken, right? So it's really interesting. If you just press one leg more than the other, it allows you to be able to do a rear roll. Right? Like, look when I'm doing a rear roll. That leg goes back more than that one. That's exactly how you do that technique. That's a sidebar. Let's look at the armbar. Okay? People be doing that escape right there. You need an armbar then. Okay? So, he starts getting me up over here. Look what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut around and finish right there. Come to the end of the lever. Right? His wrist, his thumb. I don't want to be here on the arm where he can twist out of that. I want this knee behind. I'm taking all the space away so he can't move his face or his shoulders around, okay? And it's tight, right? So, but somebody bucks you forward and starts doing that, and you are at a little bit of a risk, okay? So, time, do that again, right? There, I got both of them, right? So, just cool little option, belly down armbar from the mount. Okay, so we're gonna go over a headlock escape to a belly down armbar. This particular escape that I'm gonna show, not the armbar accompanying it, even though when you do this escape, they almost tap to the shoulder and arm pressure that it creates, making your grip let go. But I learned this technique I'm gonna show to set up the armbar from Hicks and Gracie in a private lesson. And it's literally, I mean, if you're in that room, like, no, everything's serious. There's no messing with you. But it was so effortless. I was like, did you just let me do that? But I knew that wasn't the case at the same time. So it was just like baffling how easy the way he did it was versus the way I've seen a bunch of people do it, the way I used to teach it. Right? So let's just start with you laying down here. A lot of times from throws, sweeps, you'll end up here and you want to, have them in side control or mount, but they're holding onto your head. Okay? This could occur, you already had them in mount. But when this happens, I'm going to step over here. Okay? I'm going to post here. All right? And what I'm going to do is if he can keep his elbows in like that, right? The answer is never in any way going to be me doing that. Really hold down. Like, it's not gonna be me lifting up in any way, okay? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post, and I'm actually gonna go, pull me down. I'm actually gonna go down with you, and in, and over your head, here. And that's my arm lock. This is, another concept, another technique. Like, I learned this from my friend Jack, who's a Dave Kama black belt, trains with Hicks, and he was at that same private lesson I just talked about. And did this in a private with Jack a couple years ago. Somebody stopping your knee shield with a frame, yeah, that's good. If I can make his shoulders weak in the same way by coming forward here, right? That allows me to be able to attack, right? I can turn down. He's not stopping my pass anymore. In the same way, if he's headlocked here, he's being real tight, I'm never going to try and come up and away from this. Posting and down into it, over his head, sliding up for my arm lock. And that's that, guys.